Typhoon Soulik has been intensifying fairly rapidly over the past day or two and is now a high-end Category 2 storm with winds of 110 miles per hour and a pressure of 952 millibars, very close to Category 3 status at the moment, and is likely to be a Category 3 storm in the next few hours, and may even turn into a Category 4 typhoon as well, eventually, with winds of 130 miles per hour. That's on the forecast at the moment as it moves towards the west-northwest, towards the Asian continent as well. Sea surface temperatures remain very warm at the moment, 30 degrees generally where the storm is headed, all the way up to Taiwan and the Japanese Ryukyu Islands, where the storm is likely to hit. The Miyako and Yaeyama Islands in particular will be most under threat from this storm. You see 30-degree waters generally where the storm is headed to the west-northwest. After passing Taiwan, it will fall off a bit to around 26 degrees, but certainly still warm enough until a possible landfall in China as a typhoon. Looking at the latest satellite imagery here, it's really apparent how the storm's been intensifying over the past day. This is over a 24-hour period from yesterday to today. The storm's intensified fairly rapidly, more quickly than anticipated, as a matter of fact, more quickly than forecast anyway. This is the floater imagery. You can see this is the visual imagery. You can see the storm moving towards the west-northwest, obviously an eye forming there, quite a clear eye as well, certainly tightening over the past few hours, and is expected to intensify even further over the next 24 hours. You can see on the infrared imagery here as well that it's been wrapping itself fairly tightly around and certainly intensifying fairly quickly at this stage, and obviously with water temperatures fairly warm ahead of the storm intensification, further intensification is likely, and obviously over on the Japanese islands that could be a Category 3 typhoon, maybe even making landfall for the unlucky few on some of the islands of the Japanese Ryukyu Islands there. Looking at the world tropics then, as of July the 9th, there are still 3 storms active. Tropical Depression Eric moving away from the Barrio California Peninsula, expected to become a remnant low very soon if it hasn't already. Chantal moving through the Lesser Antilles at the moment as a tropical storm. We did a video on that not too long ago. And Soulik on the verge of becoming a major typhoon in the Western Pacific. This is the satellite imagery. You see it's quite a large system. It's always been a large system ever since it first formed as an investor. I remember seeing it a fairly large system in comparison with what we usually see, and that's expected to play a real part when the storm approaches the islands. It could be quite intense storm by the time it reaches. Could even make landfall in northern Taiwan as well. One of the models was still suggesting that early this morning, but more on the model runs later on this evening in the bulletin. But 2013 compared then, 6 tropical storms, 2 typhoons, and very soon to be 1 typhoon of Category 3 strength or higher. It will do it. It seems very likely that it will over the next few hours. And don't forget, you can track any storm that forms at the website force13.com/stormtracking.html. That includes this one and indeed all the others that are currently active at the moment. That will take you straight to the storm tracking page, which shows you the little overview with the map showing which storms are active, and the little tables which show which storms are active and any warnings that are in effect at a glance. And then you can go more in-depth, basin by basin, to see the tracking maps and indeed any warning areas in more detail, and any storm information in more detail as well, of course. So do check it out in between updates, because that is updated more often than I do these videos. The next bulletin will be coming up at midnight UTC on Wednesday morning, July the 10th UTC. But in between then there will be no videos, and there may be another video on Typhoon Soulik during the day tomorrow on Wednesday, July the 10th. But that's it for now.